Boom, boom, pow. Boom, boom, pow. Hey!
Oh, hey, there we go.
Happens every time.
Okay. Hey, I hope you guys are happy now after watching those happy dances. And please, please, please continue to send those in to us so that we can play them for you here on dancedish.com. Now, I think something that's going to help you get even happier, if that didn't help, is talking about the other 9 great routines that we saw on So You Think You Can Dance.
Which actually begins with Jeanine and Phillip, who also did a hip-hop routine.
Yeah, that's right. And here's the deal with them, okay? When I saw that it was both of them paired together, I was like, ooh, I'm not so sure about this. You know, I know Phillip's going to bring it when it comes to hip-hop, but what about Jeanine? And she does the same thing that Phillip does. She totally delves herself into whatever form it is and just really makes it her own. And she was amazing.
She rocked it. And then they did like the Chelsea and Mark hip-hop routine from last season, and that got me excited because it brought back some good memories.
Yeah.
And I'm all for good memories.
Yes. Now, next we had Asuka. I'm saying it right.
Yes.
And Vitolio. Now, last week I told you, Vitolio, I really didn't know who you were. And this week I gotta say, I'm not that impressed. Not just because it was Broadway, don't get me wrong, okay? Although that's a very tough hurdle to, you know, overcome, but I don't know, man. That was just really kind of boring.
Okay, Ernie, but don't you think it comes down to the choreography? Like, Tice choreographed it, and, I mean, he gave him kind of like old classic Hollywood. I mean, they had a lot against him because a lot of the people voting can't really relate to that.
Yeah, you know what, and I
one.
think the little mustache thing kind of threw me off a little bit too.
I liked it. I thought it was a good look for him.
Yeah, well, anyways, you're still in it, so next week, Vitolio, please give me something more, okay? Then we had Karla and Jonathan, and they did, yes, the cha-cha. Oh my goodness.
That was impressive. Karla barely made it through because she was in the bottom 3 tonight, and Jonathan too, but I thought she brought a lot of sass, and I mean, she's seductive. She brought it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's a lot of seductivism going on, people. That's a word. Look it up. It's
and
true.
Now Jonathan needs to just move his hips a little bit more and kind of get up to her level because she brought it.
Yeah, she definitely brought it. Now, here's okay. All right. I know we talked about this earlier. The producers or the show says that it's a very random pairing, right? And I don't know, when they announced these pairs, I really kind of felt like 8 out of the 10 really made a lot of sense.
Like, are they really sitting there picking out of a jar? I doubt it.
Because now we get to Randi and Evan. Given they're the exact same height, okay? They're both like very charismatic and like very friendly and outgoing, right? And then I don't know, it just seems like a no nonsense type. Like, why wouldn't you pair? Like, how could you not pair them together? And their routine was awesome. Yeah,
because in the end, height didn't even matter. They danced that jazz routine, and it was so beautiful. Like their extensions, and like Evan really showed us what he has.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Randi, because we never saw her during the a little bit. We saw her leotards.
Yeah, we saw her leotards.
Round.
Yeah, and I'm glad those are gone.
Banned.
Yes,
I believe.
Banned.
Burned.
Thank you. Thank you. One thing that should never be banned is Caitlyn, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, now that Miss Washington's gone, I have moved on to Caitlyn, and Caitlyn is a hottie, okay? Yeah. And they did the Bollywood routine, her and Jason, which I thought was interesting.
I liked it. I mean, I could see my mother-in-law wanting me to dance like that. Something, yeah?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I watch.
Yeah, okay.
A little too personal.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, here's the deal with that, though. I like the fact that both of them tackled something that they're obviously not really into at all, but when you watch them dance, it was like, this is what they do. Like, they really sold me on the fact that they were all for this, you know, dance routine, and it's very difficult. She stood on her hands and her legs went like this and danced.
She got the most difficult, both of them got the most difficult routine to start with, and they rocked it, because Bollywood was just introduced last season, right? Season 4.
Yes, so great job.
Yep, and now she's number 1 for you, Ernie.
Yes, she's number 1.
Don't disappoint Caitlyn.
Please don't. Please.
Okay, let's go back to ballroom because we have Janette and Brandon. Another pairing we didn't quite see together, but they made it work. They danced the foxtrot.
Yeah. You know what I didn't see? I didn't see any skin, okay? Janette's known for her legs, her sexy legs, right? And Brandon's like more cut than like me when I'm trying to shave at night. That's horrible. But no. But like I didn't, like they're both like all covered up. I thought I was gonna see some kind of like
But it doesn't matter because we saw personality. I mean, that's what we really wanted. So Mia and Little C, take note because Brandon showed personality. Dude,
Brandon showed personality at the beginning with his little solo. Did you guys see that? When he like jumped in the air, did the splits, popped back up. I was like, ow!
How many times did we rewind that? Seriously?
I think about 700 or 800 times.
He's won the show already because of that.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about Kupono, okay? I called it last week. He's way up there for me as far as the guys are concerned. And this week, he delivered for me again, okay? It was Ashley and Kupono. They did the jazz routine. There were like these robot things. And look, the guy will shave his head for you, okay? The guy will dress up like a crash test dummy and act like a robot for you, America, okay? So please, continue to vote for him.
Didn't you think it totally fit his personality, though? Because it was crazy, weird, and it just kind of like all fit together.
Yeah, and you need that, you know? I mean, they said it at the end of the show when they were trying to decide between Asuka and Paris, like, look, you know, something that goes into it is we kind of want to have a good mix of different dancers, and that type of dancing is something that Kupono is really strong at, I think. So hopefully he'll stay around for a while.
Well, let's just keep the strong dancers going because we have Ade and Melissa. And we never saw much of Melissa in the audition rounds, our ballet girl. You know what? She's actually pretty naughty.
She is, yeah.
She admitted to not even being a naughty ballet girl, but the dirty twister? What?
Yeah.
It's all out there, America. She's not holding back.
Yeah, and Ade.
We'll say it all day.
Ade, I will say, yes, Ade all day, because I did not remember how to pronounce your name, and now I'm making it up to you, Ade. And hey, wait, hey. What?
Their routine was like putting you in a time machine to Richard Marx, don't you think? Like
right,
it took you back to prom, didn't it? Or some dance?
Gosh. It's like, you know what I was doing, America? Because like Kupono, like going back just a little bit, he likes to do the list. I do the list too, you know, and I give myself little 5 stars, and I highlight how many stars I think they got, and right when I heard Richard Marx, right here waiting, I just gave 5 stars.
He was sold.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
But it was so beautiful. I mean, Melissa won me over. It was just elegant and graceful, and it even took me back to maybe my junior high dances.
Oh,
not
stop
so much
it.
prom.
You're not that much younger than me, are you?
No.
Ooh, okay. All right. Now, how about Kayla and Max?
Great way to end the show.
Yeah. I thought it was a really, really great way with nice little samba action going for you, you know? The only thing I thought was, and let me just say this, okay? It seemed like a lot of the show, a lot of the routines were kind of like, it was kind of like watching an independent film, okay? And then when we got to the samba, we got to them at the end, it was like watching a cartoon.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it was. It was a lot of flair, it was a lot of movement, it was a lot of like jazz and pizzazz. But it was one of those dances where I didn't really feel like it's gonna like make my heart like travel somewhere.
I know what it was, because there weren't any lyrics in the song. It was just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, maybe that's
going and going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
But okay, that aside, like she's awesome. She's never danced Latin and ballroom before. I mean, her arms, everything. She just had it down. I mean, she makes the seasoned performers probably think like, can we please get her off the show because we've been doing this forever? And look at her now.
Right, and that's just another thing for all you other dancers out there who you know, like your social dancers who think they're awesome. These dancers are really, really good. Okay, they're tackling dances they've never tackled before, and they look amazing.
In like 4 days, too. They don't even have a full week. They have like half a week to get the dance down.
Exactly.
But okay, so that concludes. We have 9 couples left, and next week we're moving to... Well, let's not think about it. Can't think about who's going to get voted off because we have a whole week of fresh dances, and I'm excited. But you know what we haven't touched on yet?
What haven't we touched on?
I think you need to let a little bit of your expertise out because we have somebody on Hollywood Boulevard that wants to ask you a question, Ernie.
Okay, well, let's have at it.
So you have a question for Ernie?
I do. Ernie, what are the different genres on the show of dancing?
All right, well, thank you so much for that question. Okay, here is the textbook answer, okay? There is hip-hop, contemporary, jazz, Broadway, and then Latin ballroom. But the way I see it, there's really just 2 types of dancing, okay? That's being connected type dancing and not being connected type dancing, okay? And this week, I'd have to say Jonathan, even though he was like in his zone, like as far as like the type of routine that he likes to perform, I felt that he was disconnected when it came to his dancing, and that was one of the reasons I think that he was in the lower rungs and almost got himself voted out. You know, we talked about that, you know, when it happened, and, you know, we're kind of the opinion that it's like he does it every day kind of thing, so he doesn't really need to, you know, work as hard or whatever. But yeah, to me, there's connected and disconnected. So I hope that answers your question.
That's very insightful, Ernie.
Well,
now
thank you
I know
very
why
much.
you have this segment, Ask Ernie. Remember, dancedish@gmail.com. Keep the questions and happy dances coming because I know we're getting some in. So we'll show the new ones next week, and that's exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess that's it.
Oh, man.
Week 1 is over. Moving on.
Yes, yes.
I'm your host, Tammy Daniels.
I'm Ernie Macias.
And that was the fresh dish for So You Think You Can
Dance, dance, dance.